Hi guys, in today's tutorial we're going to be making a cat topper. I'm going to be making it entirely out of modelling paste because it's easier for me to use than fondant. And we're going to make it so it's flat on its back so it can sit against the side of a cake rather than on the top, although you could still put it on the top if you want. With the face, we're starting with the ball and then we're shaping it so it kind of slopes, so it's kind of sticking out at the cheek area on each side. I'm going to put in 2 oval indentations for the eyes. Now I'm filling the eyes with 2 ovals of like a light green modelling paste. I'm going to put the pupils in, so some flat pieces of black modelling paste. And then I'm just going to colour it up with a bit of food colour, just darkening the green. Add a little bit of white for a highlight in the eye. And then a thin piece of black modelling paste for some eyelashes. And I've rolled the white paste even, really thin to go over on that kind of mouth and muzzle area. I'm just going to cut that off in a little frame and give it as a gift to someone. Now, because it's flat at the back, I am going to put it against a cake, or for this particular one, just push in a little hole for the mouth and a little line underneath for the chin. Ball for the tongue, and then we're going to stick sort of the nose area over the top. You see on the old one I stuck that mouth on separate and it kind of stuck out a bit much. So a little pink triangle for the nose, and then we're going to make, you can either make like, well, you don't have to make anything to go in its hands if you don't want, but I made one with a stack of pancakes, but then I'm also going to show you how to make like a little cake as well. So the pancakes can be flat at the back, they're kind of cream coloured on the bottom and then a thin layer of brown on the top of each one. I'm just going to stick them together with water, and I put some tiny little holes in to look like air bubbles in the pancakes. Then we go for like an ivory colour that we're going to pull and pinch so that it looks like maple syrup dripping down over our pancakes. You can add extra little drips, little teardrops coming down the pancakes. Just take some yellow paste and cut it into little rectangles so it looks like butter, and I suppose you can make little miniature fruits and things for the top if you prefer. So for my cake, I've got some brown modelling paste. I'm cutting it out into circles fairly thickly, so I haven't rolled it very thin. I'm just kind of putting some texture on with my Kemper tool. I'll put links below the video, guys. So we're just sandwiching together light pink. I was sandwiching the cakes together with some light pink icing between each layer. And then we're gonna go for like a fuchsia for the icing drip that's gonna go on the top. And I'm sticking it all down with water. You can use edible glue if you want. Now you could also make these in polymer clay if you really wanted to, guys, especially if you are deciding that you're going to put them in a picture frame. And we'll make some little swirls of pale pink for the top of this cake. Oh, and the body is just a teardrop, guys, with a thin piece of white down the front. So my body wasn't quite tall enough, so we've added a bit extra to the bottom, but we're not going to see it because the cake's going to kind of cover that up anyway. So let's roll some pieces for arms and legs. So almost like a long teardrop with some little lines in the end for the paws. They're just gonna be stuck on at the shoulders. For the feet, I'm actually gonna add a little extra bit of white on the end. And of course you could do your cat in any color. It doesn't have to be the same colors that I've done. Put in the toe lines and then some little ovals underneath for the pads. I was playing around to see if I could give it bigger ears to make it like something different, like a rabbit, but we're going for a cat for this one because I did actually make this one for my friend Rob at Mr. Baker's Cakes for the opening day of his cake school. So for the ears, we're going to go with the colour of the cat, little triangles, and then a thinner layer of pink inside, so another triangle inside. So kind of fold the triangle a little bit, and we're going to just stick that to each side of the head legs. So I haven't stuck all the pieces together at this point because you can stick them together when you're pushing them against the front of the cake if you like. I'm just going to dust on some little patterning, some little bits of patterning on this one. So I'm just going to show you that this one's going in a picture frame, which would be great if you did it in polymer clay for a picture frame, but I sometimes mount my actual icing ones for display in my shop. I just stick them into a picture frame with a hot glue gun, and that usually works fine. I just get the frames from IKEA, but obviously you can stick them on the front of a cake. Get these guys in a frame. I'm gonna stick them with a hot glue gun. We're not gonna eat them, but to make sure it sticks, you might just need to make some tiny holes just so the glue's got more to grip into. make sure you've covered all parts of the back so that no body parts fall off. So picture frame's a great way to keep hold of those toppers, guys, that you make if you're not eating them. It will, of course, depend if you're in an area where you get lots of ants or not. I don't where I am. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you for the next one.